Hi, this is Joe again with another video. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 2009 film Terminator Salvation, starring Sam Worthington and Christian Bale. Of course, this film is the fourth of the Terminator films. The Terminator Salvation, I should say, is the name of the film. And this one is like, I feel it's kind of like the worst one out of the four that I've seen at this point. I think there was a fifth one called Termination Genesis, I think, with Schwarzenegger coming back as the main character. But I've not seen that one, and that one hasn't aired yet on TV anyway. So just in the first four, so reviewing the four, and hopefully it's going to be it with the Terminator films. For me anyway. Well, Terminator Salvation picks up like 20 years or 25 years after the last film, which was of course Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. This one was John Connor, who was played by Christian Bale, who of course is fresh off of doing the first two Batman reboots, from Chris Nolan Batman films. So this is in the middle of the last two Batman films Christian Bale starred in. He decided he wanted to play the John Connor role, which he thought was a much bigger role. But because John Connor becomes an iconic character in the Terminator universe, they wanted to play John Connor. But we know that there was a lesser character. The way the film was edited and when it was written, it became a smaller character. The main character was the Sam Worthington boy, who played this half man, half robot, literally cyborg, who is supposed to find and kill John Connor, and not a Terminator. Which, for most of the film, or at least 3/4 of the way through the film, didn't know he was supposed to kill John Connor. So it really was from, this film was really based from Sam Worthington's character, named Marcus, and he was sent to kill John Connor, but really he was supposed to kill, his father, what was his name, Kreese. He was supposed to kill him, because if you killed John Connor's father, then we know John Connor. But we all know what happens in the Terminator universe, that John Connor was sent his father to the past to protect his mother, Sarah Connor. Of course, they eventually knew that Kreese character was actually John Connor's father, and so he knew they had to protect him and send him to the past to get his mother pregnant. So it took him a long, but the problem was it took him a long time to figure all that stuff out, and then find out that Marcus, the Sam Worthington character, was actually supposed to kill them. And then meanwhile, Marcus decided to turn the tables on Skynet. He said, "Look, I'm not going to do it." And of course, so Marcus wins the day. He's actually the hero in this movie, and that's the villain. Originally was a villain, but they twisted him out and made Marcus the hero in this film. And to save the days, now to save John Connor, but also saved John Connor's father. And then, of course, eventually we don't know what happens. He sends us to the past, and for the first Terminator film. But this movie is not bad, but it's quite. It's like one of those useless sequels, because we all know what's going to happen in this particular film, the way it turns out. So it's kind of like a waste of everyone's talent. I mean, Christian Bale was good, Sam Worthington was good in the film, but that's it. That's it. And it's really a waste. And the reason why you didn't see Schwarzenegger, because originally Schwarzenegger was not in this film, but when you didn't have a new storyline for his Terminator, the T-100, they did create one, but they used it like a CGI Schwarzenegger in this film. Kind of like what they did with Star Wars the Rogue One movie, when you had a CGI Peter Cushing in the film and a CGI Princess Leia at the end of that film. They did the same. They used the same technique in Star Wars Rogue One that they used in Terminator Salvation, with a CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger to make the Schwarzenegger's Terminator T-100 look like the T-100 from Terminators from the very first Terminator film way back in 1984. Make it look just like, use that face of Schwarzenegger for this T-100. And the problem was that that the CGI Schwarzenegger was totally naked. If that's the way it's edited, you don't see anything. But you see you can tell that he was supposed to be totally naked, because for some stupid reason they're all naked in this movie. So every movie you have to have the Schwarzenegger naked, or what other Terminators are used in that particular film. When they first come off the assembly line, they're all naked for some stupid reason. They don't put clothes on, or some kind of covering for them, and so it gets to be annoying. I mean, how many times are we going to see the Schwarzenegger? I am not interested in seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger naked. I am not interested in seeing that, or any other guy totally naked. I mean, that's not interested in that. But to see once again for the fourth time, not even the third time, the fourth time, you see Schwarzenegger naked, and not only that, but it's a CGI Schwarzenegger to be on top of that. But you see the Terminators strolling out in this film. So that's been the only real interesting part. I should also mention that another star who appeared in this movie is Michael Ironside, who was a good character actor. He was also a good villain in the movies. He was in Top Gun. He was in Free Willy. He was in the movie The Perfect Storm with George Clooney. So he was in a bunch of movies going back to the 80s. So to see him again in Terminator, playing this commanding officer wanting to bomb Skynet, and John Connor says, "No, don't bomb them, because first of all we have civilians in there, number one, and number two, we got my father is in there, and the guy who was supposed to send to my past to get my mother pregnant, because if they don't pull him out of there and send him to the past, I won't exist. So let me get him out." And of course, Michael Ironside being the a-hole, because he's usually an a-hole in all of the movies he's been in, says, we're not going to risk people to get this guy out. We're going to bomb the crap out of him. And so John Connor says the hell with that and got him out anyway. But that's the only real interesting part of this whole movie. I mean, I felt that this movie was a waste of time. It was good action. It was a couple good plot twists in there, but that's about it. Because usually there is a pretty good twist in Terminator films, but it comes way too late in the film. For me, I like to have it a little bit earlier so you could build up the tension to see really rescue the guy. But like I said, we know where the story's going to go anyway. That's the problem with Terminator Salvation, is because of that. Never fails, right? With all the traffic, motorcycles and stuff. Never fails when we do these videos. But the movie itself, it's not great, but it's not god awful bad. I'd say it's fair. So if I have to give it a rating, I'd say it's maybe like 50% or maybe like 49%. Like Rotten Tomatoes would do it, because it's and the reason I give it that positive, because I like the two main actors, but that's Sam Worthington and Christian Bale. Because Christian Bale, of course, Batman, the best movie Batman there was, but that's it. That's it. I mean, it's a complete waste, this movie. So this is a review of Terminator Salvation. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com. That's all WDY, and that's c.com. That's the homepage of the Rally Reviewer. Christy Moore, and please check out all his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.